Hi, when you're doing the assignments for the Excel class, there's a few things I want you to do differently than what's in the book. So, always check your Dropbox first because any directions that are different are going to be in Dropbox. So here's your Excel homepage. Click on Dropbox. This lists all your assignments, and here's all your due dates. Click on the assignment you're going to work on. So I'm going to show you some things in Dropbox that are a little different than everything else. So I'm going to click on this assignment. So always check Dropbox first because this will tell you anything that's different. So here's your instructions. Tells you what the project is, how many sections are there. Some projects have only one section that they're doing. This one has 6 sections. What you need to do is make sure you check here first because the book is obviously written for a face-to-face class in which she has you print things and then sometimes she'll have you do something and then undo it and then print it again. Since you will not be printing any of the projects, you will be printing the 100-point assignments at the end of the chapter. So if she wants you to do something, then undo it. Usually I'll say here not to do what she said to undo. So in Project 4F, she told you to hide columns, then unhide columns. So always check here, make sure you do not do whatever it says to do. So always check the Dropbox instructions first for anything that is different from what is in the book. If you just do what's in the book, you could lose points for not doing whatever it says here. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to add a few things to every assignment, which is I want all your file names to end with your last name. I want print grid lines to always be on, and I want a footer on all your worksheets. So this is how you do that. So I'm going to show you on Chapter 1, Project 1 on page 8. This is what I want you to do different than the book that is on every single assignment. First thing I want you to do is save the file name as, the file name will be chapter number dash file name. And I want you to add your last name at the end of it. So go to File, Save As, save it to your correct chapter. And then when you're typing in the book, it says chapter number dash file name. I want you to also put in space, hit the space bar, and type in your last name. So all your file names should be chapter number dash file name space last name. If you do not have XLSX displayed, that's fine, don't worry about it. Do not type in .xlsx, that's the extension for Excel. And once you save something in Excel, it automatically puts the extension in. So do not type that. Hit save. I already have one, that's why I'm getting the error message. So you'll see in the title bar it says the file name space your last name. Again, it may or may not display XLSX. Next thing I want you to do on all your files is turn on print grid lines. This is my preference because I think it's easier to read. So go to the page layout tab, under the sheet options group, under grid lines, click on print. And what that'll look like is it will show you the lines. So my preference, if your boss doesn't like it, that's fine, but I want that on all the worksheets. The other thing I want you to do is insert a footer on every assignment. Again, I download all the files and it's just easier for me to separate all the files if I have information in the footer. Click on the Insert tab. On the far right side of the Insert tab, click on the text group, click on Header and Footer, click on Go To Footer. So regardless of what it says in the book, I want your name on the left side, the sheet name in the middle, the file name on the right. If they want you to have something else in the footer, I still want name on the left, sheet name in the middle, file name on the right. If they want something in the header, go ahead and follow the directions for the header. I just want this in the footer. So click in the box on the left, type in your first and last name. Either click or tab to the box in the middle to insert the sheet name. Click on the button that says sheet name. These are header and footer elements. And what it does is it puts in a code for the sheet name, and then when I go back out of this box, it'll put in the sheet name that's here. So if I click in this first box, it says sheet 1. If I change the sheet name to be something else later, this will automatically adjust. So when you click on it, it gives you the code. When you click outside of it, it actually puts in the sheet name. Click in the box on the right, I want the file name, not the file path. File path would be C:/ my documents / Excel / chapter 1 / file name. I just want the file name. And again, it gives you the code for the file name. If I click outside of it, there's my file name. And a nice thing about Excel is these will change. If anything, if you change your sheet name or your file name, these will automatically adjust. Right now, when you get into header or footer, it puts you into what's called page layout view, so you can see the header and the footer. I want you to always save it in normal view because that's what business is used to. So to get into normal view, click anywhere in the worksheet, and you can still see your footer. And then at the bottom, on the taskbar, click on the normal button, and then you cannot see the header or footer. And it puts you below page 1, so to get to the top, hold down Control, hit Home, put you back on A1. And if you go back to Print Preview, File Print, you see there's my grid lines, there's my name, there's my sheet name, and there's my file name. And then save it